This is a cute story about how we named the Mirage, which is a hotel that changed the history of Las Vegas and ushered in modern Las Vegas as we know it today. It opened in 1989 on November 22nd. But I want to go back to 1986 when I bought the property from Howard Hughes' nephew. I came one afternoon when it was time to begin to dream up the hotel, and I drove my little Mercedes 280 baby blue SL to the Sands Hotel, which was across the street from the real estate that was to become Mirage and Treasure Island. And I parked my car near the sidewalk, and I sat down on the hood of the little car, and I gazed across the street and started to figure out, well, what are we going to do with this land? How do we figure it out? What will make people come to Nevada? They've already got slot machines and hotels. The night before, I had been watching Johnny Carson, and he had the famous playwright who wrote comedies, Neil Simon, on his show. And he asked Neil Simon, Johnny Carson said to Neil Simon, how do you create the humor and the wit, Neil? Well, Johnny, I look for conflict. And the tension created by conflict gives rise to the humor. And I said, conflict. I said, suppose what you see with your eyes doesn't match what your brain says you should see. We're in the middle of the harsh southern Nevada desert. Nothing much grows there because of the weather extremes. But suppose that you saw, and then all of a sudden, into my head, I heard the sound of the music from South Pacific and Bloody Mary singing to Lieutenant Cable, pointing at a gorgeous island, a tropical island, saying, and she starts singing Bali High. Bali High is calling, come to me, come to me. A tropical paradise on the screen by the director, Josh Logan. And all of a sudden it came to me, suppose what you see with your eyes on the strip is a tropical paradise. Now there's conflict for you. And I knew at that moment that the hotel was going to be a tropical idea in the middle of the desert. And of course, if you're going to build a tropical thing in the middle of the desert, it had to be one of two things, either a Mirage or an oasis. And I picked Mirage. That's the story.